Yo, what's going on, fam? I know I haven't dropped a video on this channel in some time. One part of it is I just haven't recorded. The second part is I had like a family incident that happened. My father-in-law passed away, so I just been kind of distant. And this is kind of where the topic or the core, the core of this video is kind of stemming from. I really don't know what I'm gonna call it yet, but I do have some topics, or I do have some stuff that I want to touch upon that I feel like can impact somebody. So, yeah, man, I guess where I could start is I feel like I'm just done. I'm done chasing it. Like, I'm done overly obsessing on my goals or my main goal of just growing my career. Like, I think that since the start, or I'll say since I started getting serious with this, and I think anybody who has any goal or any aspiration in mind, it could not even be a career, it could just be something that you want to get done, and you're on that journey to completing. There's this weird back and forth, or just this thing that you realize on the journey. It's like a balance of like you putting in the work, you reaping what you sow, and then you trusting the process or trusting God to do his part. Because ultimately, you'll hear it sometimes. People will say, oh, this person did this and this and that, and then they struck luck, or they got lucky, or just this random opportunity came and it just changed the trajectory of everything, right? So I see that as a Christian. I'm like, okay, that's God moving things in alignment to get me to where I feel like he's bringing me. But so there's like a faith aspect of it where you got to lean on that. You have to lean on, okay, everything's on his timing. Like, it's crazy because I got this tattoo, this God's timing tattoo, and I got it when I was struggling, I think maybe like at my lowest, to trust in God's timing and understand what that is. I still haven't fully, I'm only 24, like I still haven't fully grasped in every area of my life, like just like being still, and like, because it's crazy, like the Bible literally says to like aspire to live a quiet life, like minding your own affairs. And I would hear that and be like, bro, I want to tour. Like, I want to, like, how can I be an artist? How can I be somebody of influence, of impact? So many people just coming. I was shopping, thrifting, and somebody came up to me and took a picture. Like, how can I be the quiet? That just didn't make sense to me, with so much aspiration, so much fire that I wanted for the growth of my career. And so yeah, I got that tattoo, and I was struggling with that. Just like, man, what does that even mean? That's kind of a little bit off topic, because I understand it now. Like, as I get older and as my wants change, my goals kind of change a little bit, I understand what that means. But it's like the main goal, I feel like, of me right now, and where my mind is kind of shifting, and I say I'm done chasing it, is like, because you can chase all you want, bro. And I feel like if you've been tapped in for some time, you've seen me just be consistent. I feel like God has graced me and allowed me to have like the title of like one of the most consistent, whether that be content, music, and just the grind, I guess, in this space. But it's like, with all that, the grind and all the consistency, it's like you can only do so much. Even in all the toiling that you do, at the end of it is God who's been giving you the strength and the guidance and the wisdom on even doing what you feel like you've done yourself. I'm just getting to a point where it's like, Lord, and I feel like this is so healthy, because we're supposed to give everything to God. We're supposed to lay our will down and take on his will. But up until like recently, I've been just, like I said, I got this tattoo, struggling with like leaning and believing and being okay with everything being on God's timing. That sounds crazy. Like, oh, I want this bag of chips so bad, but I gotta wait maybe tomorrow, maybe maybe next week, maybe a year, maybe 15. What do you mean? So it's kind of like, it's a rough thing to battle with. That eagerness or that want makes you obsessive, makes you, you're not grinding, you're not being consistent, you're not being a good steward out of wanting to impact people and glorify God through what you're doing. You just want to get to where you want to go. And in your mind, you're like, there's no way for me to get to where I want to go if I don't put in this work, which there's some truth to that. But it's like a dance. It's like you stay consistent, but then you also get your hands off of it and go spend time with your family. And within the passing of my father-in-law, like, it's like God, I was forced to do nothing but grieve and help my family grieve. And so within that, I'm seeing we all grew even closer. And it's like I had to lay down who I was in a way, or who I wanted to be, just to be present with them. You know what I mean? And so, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out what God wants to do with that. Maybe it's just a surrender thing. Maybe he just wants me to, like, hey, bruh, just let go, and I got it. I'm getting to that point. So I pray you take some gems from this. I pray you take some encouragement. God's will for your life is for you to live a quiet life, a life that isn't captivated or isn't driven by over obsessing on your goals, that may even be tainted by society, tainted by the world, tainted by your own lusts. But it's crazy because that want, or what you want, could be a good thing, but you got to lay it down at the altar. You have to take your hands off of it and say, God, it's your will, not mine. And in that process of him, guiding you and doing side quests, he's working. So I'm very confident in my life that he's working. Love y'all. I'm getting back in the swing of these videos, so hopefully you took away some good stuff. Peace.